Okay, everyone, welcome to Kristen's Child and Family Team Meeting. Can I have everyone go around and just introduce themselves so that everyone knows who they are?
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm Kristen's mom.
Hi, I'm Kristen.
Hi, I'm Russell. I'm the behavioral assistant.
I'm Debbie. I'm the therapist.
I'm Jessica, and I am the school counselor.
Okay, and I'm the case manager and facilitator of the meeting. So, first thing we want to do is make sure that everyone understands that this meeting is confidential and that we are not going to share anything outside of this meeting with anyone else. We all understand?
Mhm.
Yep.
So first we start off with the youth and family vision. So Mom and Kristen, where do you guys see yourself in 6 months from now if everything is going well?
In 6 months, I would love if Kristen's grades were back where they used to be. She was always a very good student. She seemed to enjoy school, and she did very well. She's been truant quite a bit, and I would like that to stop completely and her attendance to be back to, regularly every day unless she's actually sick. I would like her to rejoin the family. She seems to have isolated quite a bit, and I would like her to be eating dinner with us at night and spending time with us as she used to.
Okay. Kristen, anything you want to add?
Um, I guess my relationship with my mom and sister, I would want that to be better, and I guess get back involved in sports.
Okay. Okay, so that sounds good. So we have Mom would like Kristen's grades to improve and be attending school regularly. Mom would like Kristen home for dinner every night. And Kristen would like to have better family relationships and be involved in sports. Does that sound right?
Yes, that
Yeah.
sounds very good.
Okay. So then let's talk about strengths. So, Mom, what are some of Kristen's strengths? Something she's good at, something that you see as, strengths for her.
Kristen's always been very strong. She's always stood up for herself, and she has a very strong sense of who she is, and she's very loving. She's always been very loving, especially with her sister. Um, she is very attentive to us, funny, sweet. I mean, she was just always, just a funny, sweet girl before all of this.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything to add for strengths for Kristen?
At school, she has a lot of good relationships with friends, and she's close with some of her teachers as well.
Okay, great. Anyone else?
She's
During
outgoing.
therapy, oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. She's outgoing. She's a very positive person and naturally very reserved.
During therapy, she's been interactive and she wants to improve. She's been involved and she's pretty positive.
Great. Kristen, what about you? What do you think some of your strengths are? What are you good at?
Uh, I guess I consider myself to be a friendly person and a good role model for my sister.
Okay, very good. Okay, great. What about strengths for Mom? Kristen, what do you think about Mom?
Well, she's always been there to help me no matter what, and she's very supportive and understanding.
Okay, good. Anyone else for strengths for Mom?
She's been very receptive to any of our school recommendations, and she seems very interested in helping Kristen to improve her grades and attendance.
Great. You
Uh,
agree?
she has been very willing to address emotions and behaviors with herself and with the youth.
Great. Deborah,
She is- oh, sorry. She's very sensitive. She's positive about where Kristen's her potential and where she can go in the future.
okay, perfect. Okay, so now let's talk about the needs. So they're going to tie into our family visit. So does anyone have anything to say as far as needs go? Maybe Deborah or Mom?
I think the primary thing that needs to happen is, we need to address the drug and alcohol issue. I mean, I'm sure there's other things that are going on that are difficult for her, and she's having a hard time with it. But I feel like it all stems from the fact that she's been abusing, alcohol and drugs, and it's changed the way she feels about herself and the way she's able to conduct herself. That seems like the primary thing. And then hopefully, being able to speak naturally and grades and everything will be a natural result of, getting clean and sober. Her life will continue naturally.
Okay, so this Kristen would benefit from working on her substance abuse so she can get back on track with her normal. Does that sum it up?
Same here, he said.
I think you need to say it again.
Okay.
Is everyone just hanging up? Everyone's just giving up? People are just dropping off the call.
Are we supposed to hang up or are we just starting over?
What I was doing is I was going into the toolbox to see if there was something I could do.
It seems like the less people that are on here, the better it's hanging on. But we've got to all be on here, so.
Okay, here's. Who's
I couldn't hear
Russell
anything.
just came back.
I couldn't hear or hardly hear anything you were saying, Mara.
I couldn't hear anything. When Maura started talking about the needs,
Yeah, I couldn't hear anything.
You know what? We're still taping. Let's just pick up where we were because, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Professor Lipoff will understand that this is part of, like, one of our challenges.
Yeah.
all right.
I think there's no. Okay. Okay, we're going to keep going.
Yep.
Okay, so where are we going to start from? Where we just were?
Maybe if Mom wants to recap, like, what she feels the needs are.
Yeah, because that'll
I'm gonna
open
try and
it
get-
up to nonviolent communication.
Okay.
I think the primary need is Kristen needs to stop doing drugs and drinking. I mean, I think that's the problem. I think that the other problems are a result of that. And if we can address those issues, then her grades and her wanting to participate in school and sports and be with her sister, I think all of that would happen naturally as, she got clean and stayed sober.
Okay.
I'm watching your facial expression while your mom is saying some of your needs, and I saw that you kind of look down, you're shaking your head. When she's expressing her needs for you, how do you feel right now?
I mean, I don't know. How would you feel if, we're having this conversation and I'm the one with the problem? So it's just a little embarrassing, I guess.
I just want what's best for you. I just see you changing so much, and I just want us to get you back, healthy to a place where you were before.
Yeah, you're right. And one of my needs is that, we do have a better relationship. So
That's
I
great.
understand that.
When you both can focus on what your needs are, that way if Mom, when you can express what your needs are, and remember that Kristen will have feelings from that, and you have needs. Both of you can express that what you're willing or what you're asking from each other. Mom is asking that Kristen will buy into this, and Kristen's asking that she remembers that your relationship is important. You guys are doing a good job, so we just want to keep going. I just wanted to make sure that Kristen, you stay with us and remember that Mom is here for you.
Okay.
Okay, so then to sum that up, are we saying Kristen would benefit from working on her substance abuse so that she can get back on track with her normal life? Do we say that's an accurate statement for the need? Mom?
I mean, for me, from my perspective, yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, Kristen, is there anything else that you see as a need for you?
Not really. I guess just what I said before about working on my relationships, and I do miss my mom and my sister, my family. It's just, this is really hard. I'm trying to cooperate, but it's difficult.
Okay. So is it fair to say that you would benefit from improving family relationships so that you can communicate better and maybe have less conflicts at home?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now we have to discuss how we're going to meet these needs. So we identified your needs and now we want to make sure that those needs are getting met. So how will we do that? How can we meet the needs?
Well, we talked, and Kristen is willing and agrees to do group therapy and individual therapy. So we'll be doing individual therapy, we'll be doing group therapy, 2 groups, one with Narcotics Anonymous and one with family to increase the relationship with her mom and then also improve the relationship with her sister.
Okay. Great. Anything else?
We can work to identify stressors and develop coping skills throughout this process and moving forward.
Okay. Anything else?
As far as what we can do at school, we can, when she's ready to come back and attend regularly, she can come to my office, or we actually have a specialist that's in twice a week, and she can make a regular appointment to meet with her, especially, if there are stressors that we are able to find, or triggers at school.
Okay, Kristen, do you feel comfortable with that?
Yeah, I'd be willing to do that.
Okay. Okay, so is there anything else that we think for the community-based approach that we have going on, or do we think that that will help you get to school and get on the right track for your substance abuse and all of that?
Her
Kristen?
dad and I can make sure that we get her to school. That seems to be an issue. So we can certainly make an arrangement where we're able to drop her off and pick her up so that she is there every day and she feels comfortable when she gets there. So it's not stressful for her, to get into school in the morning.
Okay.
Mom, you could also, you're more than welcome to check in with me just to see how she's doing, as often as you like, to make sure she is actually there when you drop her off, we can keep in good communication. And Kristen, so I am here for you at school every day, when you need me.
I appreciate that.
Okay, so does everyone feel confident? Sorry. So does everyone feel confident with that plan?
I think it's a very good start. Yes, I think that sounds like a really good start. Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, that was our first solution, our first scenario, and we're now going to move on to our second scenario, our second solution.
Okay. Get my other scenario up.
Debbie, did you have a different idea?
Sorry, I'm bringing it up. My concern at this time is I have noticed that Kristen missed one of her, well, she came to her individual therapy and she was not participating. She was very frustrated and angry at that time. Then I asked her to attend, well, we talked about the group therapy. She was not there. I called mom and she indicated that there was a situation going on at the home, and Kristen had broken the door down of her sister's room, taken her money, and left. Mom was really concerned and looked through Kristen's belongings and found indications that there was some narcotics, and so with that, with the violence with her sister, and with now the indication of drugs continuing in the home, I'm recommending that Kristen do inpatient therapy and no longer do outpatient therapy at this time.
Kristen, I see you shaking your head. What are your feelings right now?
I don't want to go to inpatient.
No? What has been your experience with treatment before?
Well, I mean, I haven't been an inpatient yet. And I mean, up to this point, I've still had some freedom, and I don't want to be locked down in an inpatient facility.
So it sounds like freedom and mobility are important to you.
Yes.
Are you feeling anxious at all right now? Just got the
Yes.
thought. That was your initial reaction, was shaking your head, lowering your head, and that's of concern to us. We want to know how you feel, and that with that recommendation forward, we're getting a negative reaction to that, and we just want to let you know that matters to us. So you're feeling anxious right now. How do you know
Yeah.
you're feeling anxious?
Well, I mean, how would you feel if somebody was telling you you need to go to inpatient treatment and take all your freedom away?
I would be maybe angry. I would be concerned. Um, but I want to know how you feel when you're anxious. How do you know when you're feeling anxious?
Uh, I mean, I'm angry. I'm aggravated.
Is,
I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear a group of people talking about me like this anymore, or talking about me having to go in inpatient. I'm just angry, I guess.
does your heart rate go up? Do you get sweaty and agitated?
Yes.
So when you have those emotions and when you start feeling this way, do you have an impulse to use?
I mean, it would definitely help.
So the purpose of this placement isn't to have everyone in a room putting you down. Because right now we're not putting you down. We're trying to show you that we care. And we're offering this as a solution. Not to decrease your mobility and limit your freedom, but instead to create an environment where there can be positive change. Because you had mentioned to Debbie in one interview that you were getting tired of the number of times that you used energy. That was becoming exhausting. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So once we hear stuff like that, that's very positive. And right now you're feeling negative. But stuff like that's positive because it's going to increase your motivation. So this facility here to help you with that motivation. It's here to address those emotions. So not to curb or limit your behavior, but to make it more positive and go in a positive direction. Because we've talked to your school, and you're a very bright young lady, and that has shown in through your grades and your involvement in school in the past. But you haven't been going to school; you've been leaving, and we want a return to a behavior by moving forward. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. I I started something, and I think that it has gotten away from me and sort of changed who I am. And to be honest, part of me likes it because I like the feeling, and then the other part of me does not like it. But I feel like I don't want to fight it, but then again, I am fighting it. So it's just
You feel split by it.
like,
So we're here to help with that discrepancy between those two feelings. And we believe this placement provides structure, it provides accountability, but it doesn't limit your freedom. It gives you options while you're in placement. It gives you options for how you choose to react to a new environment that, who knows, you could like it. We're going to be checking in with you to see how you're doing. And we want you to be okay. And this isn't jail. This is a method where you can create a positive transition for yourself.
well, I've heard that it is like jail, like you can't do anything, and you know, freedom's taken away. That sounds like jail to me.
Do you feel like we would send you to jail? Do you feel like your mother would send you to jail?
Well, I guess if you put it that way.
So with
No.
what we're doing, we're trying to show you that it's not jail. And that is totally understandable. That you think that, lockdown facility, inpatient, not going to be able to go down the hallway. You're going to be with people that feel the same way about, the facility before they're even there. And that is totally understandable. That is a normal reaction. So we're just here to support you, and we're offering this as a method of support based on what you have mentioned to Debbie, what you've mentioned to your mom, and what we've observed in your environment.
All right.
Are you willing to give it a shot?
Yeah, I guess so.
Does anyone have anything else to add?
Uh,
That's a relief because I don't. What we're doing now is not working. And if she doesn't want to go, then her going isn't going to work either. And I'm just so worried, because what we've tried has failed, and it doesn't seem like we have another option.
What you've tried hasn't failed. The challenges that Kristen's facing right now aren't failures or the result of failure. We've tried outpatient, we've worked with intensive in-home, we've had meetings with the school. So when we all come together and review what we found, there are no closed doors. There are just other options and other pathways that we can take. And Kristen, I believe that you will succeed in entering recovery and staying in recovery because those emotions that you're feeling right now sound like that's something that you need. Am I assuming wrong or summarizing wrong, or do you believe that if you could enter recovery on your own free will, that you would stay in it?
No, I agree with what you're saying.
So this is just a method to get into recovery. We're not limiting your free will. We're trying to expose you to a different pathway for that.
And I know you guys aren't making me go, and you know, I know that ultimately it is my decision at this point, so I'm fine with it.
Okay, so then our plan moving forward then will be for you to go to inpatient treatment and receive, services for the substance abuse. Family therapy can be done at these places as well as individual therapy. Is that all stuff you're willing to participate in? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, does anyone have anything else to add?
No.
Okay, then that sums it up.
Okay.
That was our group presentation.